All right, music collectors. Let me adjust this a little bit. Well, I hope everyone's having a good Sunday. Welcome back, Edward, aka The Bottom Line is Prog Hat. I'm back with a video about one of my favorite metal albums of 1983. Now, I am not a metal theologian or a metal whatever. I do like metal music, and there's certain bands that I like, and there's certain bands that I don't like, and you can call it whatever, but I'm not proclaiming to be anyone else but me and to talk about a metal record that I love that came out in 1983 that I just got here recently as a gift from my daughter as we were shopping at Walmart. And so let me go ahead and get started here. This is it. Metallica, Kill 'Em All. Hopefully this video won't get banned because, these days it's just like YouTube is going around and trying to ban everything. But yes, I remember when this album came out. And when it came out, I couldn't afford a copy of it. That's the bottom line. But I had friends who made a copy of it on cassette, and I love the cassette. In fact, they put some extra stuff on there that I don't remember. It's one of those 90-minute cassettes I do remember, and I played that thing to death. And I wish I still had it, even though it might not play. I still would like to have it, but I moved out on my own, and no telling what happened to a lot of stuff. But what's really cool, one of the things I want to say that's really, really cool about this album is that it was on like what they call like an engine red vinyl, which this album sounds great. It had some writing on here I noticed, like it said something or mentioned something about being on the metallic press, which is really cool. It's almost like one sentence. Well, it is like a sentence on the dead wax, but the album sounds great. When I listened to it, it reminded me having it on cassette again. The album came out in 1983. I did go look out to see, Discogs in various places, what they put as the genre, and I agree with these two about the album, that it is thrash and it is speed metal, and one of the best speed metal bands. Interesting thing, like again, I'm not a historian or I'm not claiming to be one. I'm just a guy who loves the first Metallica album. Bottom line. The speed metal part was interesting. I read about that. It sounds like it started in the 70s with bands Motorhead and Judas Priest. That was new to me. And I will say this, yes, it is an album that I always come back to. For the longest time, I still have it. I have it on CD, one of those nice little booklet digipack CDs. At times, I could have gotten an original of it and passed it up. I've had offers. I've even had some folks that wanted me to trade for one of the original press, but I wasn't in the mood to. I go to my record store to do a trade, and I got a mission in mind, and sometimes I'm not thinking about Metallica albums. I'm either thinking of jazz or more prog or classic rock, whatever I can find for pretty cheap to make my trade credit stretch. And so yeah, I to this day I'm still a fan of that. I love that album. I love the energy. I love the razor's edge to it, that it's in your face, and it has a lot of great songs from beginning to end. The album is, to me, great. It's a masterpiece. And like I said, it sounded good. Also, I could see that this album was a great framework of what Metallica next album and the album after that, what they were about, or the direction they were going to. And I think I've already said this, but I just love the way that each song is like just right in your face. I really believe too that they paved the way. They made the way. They were the front, the early frontiers, and that's really cool. To for a band to step on the scene and bring what I always say the A game. Like in football, my favorite team is the Pittsburgh Steelers, and when they play a really really good game, they bring their A game. Right? They're dominant on offense and defense. The same with Metallica, dominating the metal world. I mean, an album that everybody loves. Still see the T-shirts. I still see the records press. I still see the CDs back in circulation or whatever. I have never seen it on a cassette, but I'm not saying it's not out there. If I saw one and it was playable, yeah, I would pick it up because I'm always going back to it. I'm always going back to hearing the songs that I love on this album. One of my favorite tunes has that razor edge to it that I love a lot about it, and that's Hit the Lights, the opening track. And I love the Four Horsemen. I love Seek and Destroy, uh, Whiplash. Cool. I love this quote on the back of the album. It says, "Bang that head that doesn't bang." I'm 55 years old. I still bang my head, but man, for a couple of days, my whole neck and body is sore. So I try not to do it that much, but I can't help it when I'm going back to a record that I love. I love the energy it brings. I've never seen Metallica live. Maybe one day I will get to, and that would be cool. And like I said, hope you enjoyed this video. Appreciate the thumbs up and the comments. I just want to talk about a record that I love that is an important record that I grew up listening to. I still remember when it came out too, like in high school. Because I hung around a lot of groups of people. I could hang around the metalheads. I could hang around the guys into sports. I could hang around I'll say it, I'm not trying to offend nobody, the cowboys or rednecks. I could hang out with them as well too. And I just remember my metal friends were going through the hall carrying that record. I mean, they just couldn't put it down. That's how I am to this day. I go back to it. I can't put it down. Once I listen to it, I play it again and again. Like today, I've already played it at least 3 times, both sides. So please give me a thumbs up. If you like what I do here, every once in a while, I'm going to talk about a record I love, and it's not going to always be prog. So I listen to a lot of stuff. But for metal, speed, thrash, that is a good record. My recommendation. Now, I'm getting ready here on Sunday, I'm going to go listen to Megadeth. And then we'll see where I go to. It could be a prog album after this, or it could be some more metal, or it could be a soundtrack. Anyway, folks, have a good Sunday and a good rest of your week. If you'd like to subscribe, you can subscribe. If you just want to see this video, it's not a review. It's just talking about a record I love, and I love the music on it. So everyone, take care.